All right, tonight we're going to be tying the WD-40. So WD-40 was or is a really popular fly. It originated on the Colorado River, the southern Colorado, and then was fished on the San Juan, and now it's fished all over. Usually tied in 16s, as big as a 16, and down to a 22. So not a very big fly, and not a lot going on with the fly. Material wise, we're going to be using some mallard feather material that's been dyed yellow, and I'm using just some 6/0 excuse me, some 6/0 olive thread. So let's go ahead and start with the thread. The hook in question, this is a 16, and it is a TMC, let me look real quick, 2487. So the 2487 is a lighter wire curved hook, and is perfect for this fly. So we're just coming down to set just a thread base into the bend. I like to tie mine all the way down into the bend. You certainly don't have to on yours, but I think it gives the fly a really good appearance when you do it. So next thing I'm going to do is this is just a little bit of mallard. It's a mallard flank feather that's been dyed wood duck. And I mean, you could use any feather you want. Right now I'm just kind of evening up the tips off camera. So I clipped it, got those evened up. So I just want my tail to be about that long right there. So what I'll do, just kind of hold the material, and if you want to hold it up just a little bit, best you can, it will prevent it from rolling over onto the side. So I'm just capturing that, and I just want it into the bend just to turn a little bit, like you can see there. Now I'm just going to come back with touching wraps. So at this point what I'm doing is I'm building actually the abdomen of the fly. So just come back up. If you want to tie these, the hardest part about tying this fly is just its size. It only takes a couple materials. So the next thing we'll do is we're going to put in the abdomen. And for the abdomen, I like to use, this is Davy Watten's squirrel dub. And I'm using the dark olive color. So I just pull out a little bit. Now I'm just going to want a little ball on there. On this size hook, you know, maybe the size of a BB. I'm not looking for anything huge. And when you do dubbing, especially if you're doing these kind of flies, just put a little bit on, dub, and if you need more, you can always, you know, come back and add more, rather than, I watch some folks and they put on a whole lot, and they make their dubbing noodles really thick, and then they don't usually get the desired effect they're looking for. So I like a thin noodle, just a little bit on there, and if I have to keep adding to build it up, that's what I'll do. So the last thing we'll do is we're just going to bend this over the top of that abdomen, or that thorax we just put in. We are almost done. So we just capture that, give it a couple good thread wraps. That thread torque is usually going to carry that over to the side of your hook, side of your eye. So just go ahead and let it happen. And then before you clip it off, just pull it back to where you want it. There we go. So next thing I'll do is just go ahead and give myself a little bit of space here. Whip finish this head. Clip the excess free. And then my dubbing brush, which is nothing more than a popsicle stick with some Velcro. If you like popsicles and you got some Velcro laying around the house, you can make your own with just a little bit of glue. And there you have it. This is the WD-40. So not a terribly difficult fly to tie. It only needs a few materials. I think most any fly tyer, regardless of level beginner or advanced or intermediate, whatever you want to consider yourself, can tie this fly. And to fish it, you just fish it like you would any other nymph. You can throw it quartering upstream, and let it run through the drift. You can fish it off of an indicator. You could fish it naked, which is basically just a fly on line. This fly would be a little difficult because there is no weight on this fly, so getting it down may be a little bit of a problem. I tend to like to fish this as a dropper under a dry fly, or maybe up as a dropper with a heavier fly on the point to get it down deeper. Yeah, any of them work. I've caught fish on both ways, so give it a shot. Tell me what you think. Until next time, I'll see you around the vise.